Hello and welcome to the Carpool Guys Podcast, where three dads just trying their best to talk about life, work, family, and all the detours in between. We've made mistakes, lots of mistakes, but we've also learned a few things along the way. We don't have it all figured out, but that's never stopped us from sharing our 2 cents anyway. The Carpool Guys Podcast is hosted by Asher Dwaretsky, John Ackerman, and Dave from Flatbush Tenenbaum. Buckle up, it's carpool time. Hey everybody, welcome to a very special episode of the Carpool Guys Podcast. We've all been talking about current events, what's been going on in Israel, and how we've been trying to connect to all of it, and from our end, struggling a little bit to really connect and really feel like we're part of what's going on. And rather than kind of listening to ourselves drone on and on about it, we decided to go right to the source, and we did 2 interviews talking to some friends and relatives about their experiences in Israel.
I don't know about you guys. I found it to be very enlightening and helpful for me personally, finding the humanity and sometimes the humor in some of the moments. My sister was one of the people that we interviewed with her son, and just being curious about that experience, I think helped me.
And I agree that at times when you see the news, you're only seeing a snippet of what's actually going on. And it gave us an opportunity to actually talk to people that are living it daily and have real life experience of what's actually going on, rather than speculating and seeing the news what they say is going on.
Right. A little bit about some of the anxiety that's there, but some of the, what does real life look like? You're going to hear on these interviews incredible resiliency, which I think so many of us who interact with people who live in Israel is something that is so, I don't know if it's lacking in America, but we don't have the same level as they do. And it's really incredible to hear their story.
Yep, agreed. And hearing the real, authentic emotions, the laughs, the tears from straight from the source, straight from Israel, was really very eye-opening for me. And so we're going to jump into our first interview, Asher's sister, Nava, and her son, Meir Simcha Mermelstein. And then from there, we are going to transition over to our very own Sarah and Yehoshua Auman, formerly of West Hempstead, our friends and neighbors. So here we go.
Okay. We have such an incredible privilege today here on the show. My own sister, who is living right now in Ramat Beit Shemesh, Nava Mermelstein, and her son, Meir Simcha. And we want to try to connect with them while they're going through this challenging experience in Eretz Yisrael. And we want to hear from them because I think that their experience will really help us connect with what they're going through. So, Nava, can you just introduce yourself a little bit and your connection with the show?
Okay, so I'm Nava. My brother is Asher, right there. And I live in Ramat Beit Shemesh. I made Aliyah almost 7 years ago. I was the first in our family, our whole family.
Oh, wow.
I am the Nachshon Ben Aminadav.
She is. She went without any family members there.
That is impressive.
And they all followed me except one. But maybe Asher will announce it here.
Okay, but Nava really, it was inspiring. I remember when Nava went, I really cried. It was the first time we hugged in I don't know, what was it, 20 years? Yeah, so that was nice.
Good. I'm glad we're Unpacking the Dwaretsky family emotional trauma. It's
exactly
healthy.
Go ahead, Nava.
So we made Aliyah 7 years ago. We live in Ramat Shiloh and Ramat Beit Shemesh. I am a therapist.
And you are a mother of 3.
I am a mother of 3. Thank God.
Okay. Meir Simcha, how old are you?
I'm in 7th grade. I'm 12, turning 13 in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. Your bar mitzvah is literally in 2 weeks. I'm hoping to be there. And so we have some questions. It's been, for you guys, it's really been 2.5 years of this war. Would you, Meir Simcha, I'm going to ask you a question first. Would you connect what's going on in Iran? Would you say that it's very much connected to October 7th?
No.
Really?
Because Iran war is just fighting, but not close to each other. It's we're not hearing everything that Israel's bombing Iran. We don't hear the booms and stuff, and the rockets we hear, but that's them attacking us. October 7th, we heard all the booms. We heard both of the sides attacking both sides. It was closer to us.
That is very interesting.
Meir Simcha, first of all, thank you for coming on the show. And I have to tell you, I have two girls, one who's a grade ahead of you and one who's 2 grades ahead of you. And both of them would be mortified if I asked them to come on the show. And so you speak very well, and good for you for being brave and talking about this. But you had a really interesting point that with the October 7th fighting and that war, you heard the booms. They were all here. They were in your backyard. And now it feels like everything's a little bit farther away, except for obviously when the missiles come here. Has it felt different other than hearing the differences and maybe feeling the differences? Is it a different feeling for you? Do you feel more scared? You're less scared, or just like, it's kind of all the same and you're kind of trying to do your thing?
I'm for sure more scared with Iran because first, like, the rockets are way stronger and they have a lot of strong things that can actually hit, and I'm way more scared about it to go into Mamad. When it was like Yemen, like nothing will happen. Like usually nothing will happen. Israel would shoot it down, but it's way harder to shoot down Iran rocket, and it's way more dangerous. And yeah.
Did the situation that happened last week in Beit Shemesh, which is relatively close by to you, did it make it more real for you guys? I guess, Nava, you could start that.
I think it's something we all knew was a possibility. I think it was very scary that it killed people that were in shelter. That was something that really, I think we all had a lot of faith in, obviously Hashem, but definitely also the shelter, and seeing that it's penetrable was definitely terrifying. It was very close to, our parents live close by. It's very close to my work. Meir Simcha had a friend from his class who now doesn't have a home. There's a Rav from my other son's school who doesn't have a home. It's definitely impacted a lot of people in our circle. It's something that we knew was there. It was happening in other communities, the last Iran war, and now, unfortunately, it's very close to home. It's very scary.
Right. So, Meir Simcha, going to you, speaking a little bit about the Mamad, the shelter. When the siren goes off, like, what does that moment feel like? It seems like you have a very physical reaction. Can you describe that for us?
Yeah, so it's scary. You just have to think in your head, not anything else, just we have to get right now in the Mamad and everyone inside. And it's really scary.
I know that there is different levels of sirens. So there are 2 sirens sometimes, not all the time, right? So what are the 2 sirens?
So there's like 10 minutes before, they're just like there's on the iPhone or on any phone, there's something called an extreme alert, that it just goes off like, and then it says in the next few minutes there might be missiles in your city.
It's Iran specific.
Yeah.
Iran specific.
It says they saw that they shot rockets from Iran. Please get closer to Mamad and stay close. And then if there's a siren, the siren goes off. And then after, it sends you a message that you can leave, but you have to stay close.
But you could be there for 10 minutes. The last war, we were in a shelter in a supermarket for 45 minutes.
Wow.
You could be like in a store and everyone's phones start like ringing this very, very
That must be
scary.
very jarring. It must be jarring.
It's very jarring.
It also always doesn't happen when there's a warning.
Yeah.
Like in the past 3 days, there was like 20 warnings and there was like 2 sirens. I was waiting to go with my friend to the court, and then there was an alert, so we just decided we'll wait till the event has ended and then we can leave. But like we just wait till it happens, and if it doesn't happen, it's just a little annoying.
It's a good question to lead into. Like, how has it changed your day-to-day life for the last week?
That's some stuff I can't do. Like, I'm on the way to do it, and then there's an alert, so I can't go out, and then I come late. And I had, like, something to do today, and then there was an alert, so I had to be, like, 15 minutes late because of the alert. So
Right. But everybody's in the same boat, right? Everybody kind of knows, here it's like if you're late to school, so I get an email from my kid's principal, oh, your daughter was late to school today. But there, it's okay. Everybody's in the same boat. Everybody understands. I heard over Shabbos really 2 things. One is there's like an app apparently, like, is it safe to take a shower? Have you guys heard of this? So yeah. I think it's funny in one way, because like that's like a funny thing to think about. On the other hand, like you said, everyday life is happening. And these are really like interrupting just the things that we take for granted. The other app that I heard about was people created like a singles app that like when people are all in the public mamads, they're like, oh, you're single and I'm single. No, people are starting to meet each other through these sort of scary occurrences. I'm not putting pressure on you, Meir Simcha. We're not telling you to meet somebody just yet.
Let's just wait for the bar mitzvah first.
But if you want, I'm telling you, I have 4 girls, so we can set something up.
Nava, what is it like in the middle of the night to wake up? Are you afraid you're going to sleep through it? Is it something? No, it's not.
Listen, I mean, not all houses can hear the siren. My house, I mean, most houses I think do hear the siren.
Your phone is also on, no?
Well, your phone, that alert is like, I don't know if you've ever heard, I don't know if you have it on any of your phones. It's the Amber Alert in America. So it doesn't go on a lot for you guys. It's, but it's so jarring and terrifying. It's not the siren alert. The pre-siren alert is like the it's crazy.
And it goes on every phone, even kosher phone.
The pre-siren alert is worse, and then most of the time, unfortunately, it's going towards Tel Aviv. So like on Shabbos, there were like 10 alerts at night. None of them came to Beit Shemesh, but we kept on hearing alert after alert after alert, and you're woken up the entire night.
So you're not. Everybody's sleep deprived in Israel right now.
But it's also like a norm in some ways. I mean, we go through every few months. I made Aliyah almost 7 years ago. I don't think my kids have had a normal year of school since we made Aliyah, because the year we made Aliyah right after was Corona. Right. For those first 3 years in Israel, it was like off school, on school, off school, on school, and then it was the war. And a lot of times there were like periods of no school. So now we're back. Like, John, you said things are back to normal, but like there's no normal. It's a lot of stores are not open. There's no school. Kids are not going out. People are not leaving their houses. People are staying very local. People are really kind of scared to go out and scared to go anywhere.
I'd rather be at home. I'd rather be next to Muhammad and with people.
When you're out, are you constantly scanning where is the closest Muhammad and things like that, even before a siren comes in?
If I see like a sign that says Mechav Mugan and it has an arrow to the Muhammad, the bomb shelter, I'll remember that it's there, but I'm not like scanning and start like, where is it?
But we haven't, if we're going anywhere outside of like our vicinity, which is like our block, then it's my responsibility to know that we're only going to a place that I know there is a shelter. I wouldn't go anywhere outside of that because it's my responsibility to keep everybody safe.
One of the things that we've spoken about in the past on the show, and you mentioned that you've listened to the shows, we had our Aliyah anxiety episode, and this is a topic that people are talking about. Even I know in my family, it's a big topic of, making Aliyah, but even the question of, okay, people have made Aliyah, and do you ever feel like, I'm happy we made Aliyah, but man, I kind of wish I was somewhere else right now. Do you ever kind of feel like, I kind of wish I was back in the 5 towns, or I kind of wish I was back in moment, not weather-wise, obviously, because it's miserable, but where you feel like there's a human moment of questioning, is this really where I want to be right now?
Have I ever questioned? No. Zero regrets. The 2 best decisions I ever made were marrying my husband and making Aliyah. It changed my entire life, and we're living God protecting us. We are living, protecting the land. We're living everything. Like it's really unbelievable. Our life is constantly full of meaning. When I'm woken up in the middle of the night and there is a siren going off and it's making me think of people who are in Tel Aviv, and it's making me think of the Nisim, of the Iron Dome that shoot, I'm like literally breathing it.
Has it affected your tefillah to be more enhanced and feel more connected?
I think last Shabbos I was feeling that way. At this point, I kind of don't get a lot of time to myself. Okay. I pretty much have tails with me everywhere right now.
That's why we go to the bathroom as husbands.
But I mean, I said to my brother that last Shabbos, what was it? Right when the war started, that Shabbos, I was davening and I was saying Az Yashir, and it was just amazing when I read about Am Yisrael coming to the Yam Suf and how like they had no other options and everybody's chasing them, and the Yam Suf just opens up, and it's like we're constantly just seeing Nisim and waiting for just the Yam Suf to open, and like miracles just happen before our eyes.
There's no really funny moments. Everyone's just like in the middle of the night, everyone's sleeping, and there everyone's just like sitting playing on my mini hoop or.
You
Or
were
just
playing
like-
on their mini hoop during the thing?
I mean, we have like a mini hoop in his room. We're just like
I thought your mini hoop is in the basement.
we
We
have
have
to.
two. One is
You
like
never have
little.
enough.
In
Yeah.
the middle.
When we have, I mean, obviously there are fire drills and active shooter drills. You, in the last 2.5 years, you've had a constant, so I'm assuming that there hasn't been any drills in school. But are they talking especially to the Americans who are not built as tough within the schools, what to do in the case of an alarm or an alert, how to respond?
First of all, I don't think there's any Americans are not built as tough. But like my kids knew that they were talking about Iran a lot, and they knew they were doing drills the past 2 weeks, and my kids were worried that Iran might happen because they were doing drills in school, so they knew about that. Yeah, so they did drills, but
Yeah, like our teacher just came one day and he was like, there might be a war with Iran. Like we have to do a drill, so there will be a drill at 10. So they said on the speakers, siren, siren, and then everyone just went to the bomb shelters.
Do the kids take it seriously? Because when we have drills for our stuff in school, they are.
Everyone just
not-
like running and like, this is not real. Like who cares?
So
But everyone knows what to do. So
they're goofing around by you also. It's good to know that kids are kids no matter where they are.
yeah.
So Nava and Meir Simcha, for both of you, one of the things that we a little bit struggle with on our end is kind of relating to the whole situation, where obviously we're davening and we're thinking of you, but I think even on a day-to-day basis, my kids and really, to be honest, me, like we don't know, what should we be doing, what should we be thinking? There is obviously we feel part of the Jewish people, we feel part of what's going on in Israel, but also it's hard kind of being on this end and watching everything from afar. If you could say something, like I mentioned, Meir Simcha, I have 4 kids, and I think they're struggling to connect with what's going on in Israel, with like understanding it and feeling a real sense of understanding of what you guys are going through. What would you say to them, to the people who are here kind of wondering, what should I be thinking? What should I be feeling? What should I be doing?
So like every time, let's say you're doing something that is hard for you, you feel like I don't really want to do it. Just think that like there's the Chayil Avir, the people that bomb Iran, the Air Force, they're doing everything they can just to make sure that we're safe and just stopping the rockets. And they're doing also really, really hard stuff, like harder than what the stuff that are hard for us on a normal day. So just think that there's people that are doing everything to make us safe, and we should do whatever we can that's hard for us.
Amazing.
Wow.
When I went to
Great answer.
Israel a few years ago, right after October 7th, I mean, I was so, and I'm not the most emotional person in the world, but I was filled with emotion that the first soldier I saw, I literally went over and hugged them. Do you guys have that same feel? Or are we just like sometimes a little too used to it?
we live in a community where, I mean, my boys are not that old yet, but all my neighbors, their kids are serving. I know Jen Early is speaking everywhere, so she's, across the street from me. There's my community is filled with
They were in
that.
Camp Kaylee, so I
Yeah.
Camp Kaylee,
got to really know him.
She came to Hank, and I said, "Oh, you live next to my sister," and she's like, "Oh, your sister is such a tzaddikus." I'm like, "Well, she says that about you too."
Yes. So, I mean, I wouldn't say we're used to it. I think that my family is raised with a tremendous amount of respect towards anyone who is serving. But I wouldn't say we're, running up to them and hugging them. But definitely my community is filled with people who are going to give things to Chayalim, who are going to the hospitals to visit them, who are going to bases
It's very special.
on a regular basis.
Okay. Meir Simcha, thank you. And Nava,
Question of the week.
Question of the week.
Okay, good.
First-
Yeah, let's
first
get a
we
question of
wanna
the
ask
week.
you, as one of the biggest fans, is there a favorite episode that you've had thus far, besides for this one, that you're on it? Don't make that face, Nava.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. I didn't know
I
that
am
question.
putting it in the spot a little
We
bit.
will also be willing to take good Usher stories from when he was a kid, or even from.
That requires a whole episode. I have
Okay.
Done.
First, I must say, yet again,
Putting that in
true,
the notes.
True or false, Nava? I did at one point call you and say sorry for the things that I did to you in our
I
childhood.
remember that, but I appreciate that in a public display.
I do remember putting Nava in a suitcase and pushing her down the steps at one point.
That's true. We also served Chairs on mattresses, though.
We
But
were really bored in Northwood Mirror. There was no one to put you in.
This is good. This is good. Nava, use your therapist skills. Let's bring this out.
I don't remember my favorite episode. I do listen to all of them.
Thank you.
I do want to.
I
just want to say, as just a side point, I think that just to bounce off of what Meir Simcha was saying in terms of what you can do from the States, I think curiosity is a wonderful thing. There's no way I feel what other people are feeling in their own experience. Just like it makes sense that anyone who's living in the States or any kids can't understand firsthand experience. I think it's a great thing for kids to be able to, all the kids are home right now in Israel. They just announced till Thursday. Nothing's happening. So I think for schools, for programs to reach out to kids the same age and to just have curiosity, build their own questions, and to just seek to understand what it's like, I think is just a wonderful approach and honestly the best option.
I want you to know it gives, I can't speak for John and for Dave, but it gives me incredible chizuk just listening to you and your strength going through a very stressful and difficult thing, but you're so committed. You're in the right place. You're doing the right thing, and you gain so much from your being there. Really, anytime I speak with you guys, I get off the phone and I'm very impressed. It's really incredible. Mirza Hashem, when I come, I'll bring some fidgets. But
you're all invited to join us. We're really
wow.
History. We are.
Dave and John,
I tell my kids, they're going to tell their grandchildren about this. We are legit. It's real.
All right, Dave, question of the week.
Okay, so I'm gonna. The same person asked me 2 questions when they heard that we were doing this episode. So
is it you?
I'm going to allow you. No, I don't make up questions anymore. We're past that.
Yeah,
the question is: Israel is known for a lot of tremendous food and snacks, and we love a lot of the treats. What would you say is the most overrated Israeli snack?
Why is everything food? It's always
Everything's
food.
food.
The question of the week
I
is
weigh
always
280
food.
pounds. Okay, a lot of things are food. People don't ask me what my exercise routine is. I mean, let's be real. People don't ask me where I got that kale smoothie from. You can each have an answer.
Okay,
So
most overrated Israeli food or treat? Is that the question? Snack. Okay.
No, why does it have to be snack? Why can't
Because
it be
that's what the question was. You didn't ask the question. And by the way, Leia asked me this question.
Okay.
Most overrated Israeli snack.
All right, Nava,
All right.
you can go
What
first.
do we consider Israeli
Well,
snack?
And anything, whatever.
Anything.
For me, a hamburger could be a snack. So I mean, whatever you define snack.
You can define it for yourself.
A 90-pound steak is a snack.
Matbuka?
Okay, most overrated.
Madbuka?
Is it overrated?
But
So
madbuka
for me,
could be really.
I'll get it started. For me, it's those sesame pretzel circles.
Oh, for sure.
Because they sell them in every makolet, but nobody likes them. They have no flavor. They got sesame on top, and
they're also not really
You
I
like
pretzel.
will say, my kids don't know the difference, but they sell hot pretzels here. But the hot pretzels have sesame seeds on them. They don't. My kids don't realize that they're supposed to have salt.
Yes, that's like criminal.
Yeah, it's very
Interesting.
confusing.
That is very confusing.
All right, sorry. Meir Simcha's raising his hand, which is really nice. First person on our show ever.
But
to
Mason,
raise
I
their
want to
hand.
know: are you wearing the Israeli boots?
Not
Yes.
now. I
Not
have.
right now.
Not right
He
now.
has them. Of course he has.
Yeah, them. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that you're Israeli.
Okay, Meir Simcha, most overrated Israeli snack. Let's hear it.
I think the most overrated snack is, I don't count this as an Israeli snack, just most people have it in Israel, Ben and Jerry's.
Israeli
Ooh.
Ben and Jerry's.
Is that like a
allowed-
political thing that you just did, or is it?
I used to have it like every single day last year,
Yeah.
and now it's overrated.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a
American
take.
Ben and Jerry's, you're supposed to have American Ben and Jerry's. You're
Right.
not supposed
The
to have.
only
Yeah,
thing
we
with
know
Ben
that.
Ben and
I haven't
Jerry's-
had Ben and Jerry's since that whole.
They're
whole thing.
different. They're different.
Yeah,
Ben and Jerry's
Yeah.
they have the most creative flavor.
Would you
that's a hot take.
Wow. Are you
That's a
eating Ben and
really
Jerry's
good hot
right now?
take. Ben and Jerry's overrated.
Kinder
What are you talking about, Asher? What are you
counted
eating?
Israeli.
I'm eating. I wasn't supposed to be eating. But
We're in the middle of
I'm
talking.
so
You're
hungry.
eating.
I'm eating a challah roll grilled cheese sandwich with Mrs. Dash and some ketchup.
You're eating during our podcast?
I am so hungry. It is crazy. I mean, we also did a podcast where we ate previously.
Okay.
Well, Nava,
Yeah.
what was yours? You're going to say matbucha?
I don't know.
Shakshuka?
Shakshuka? Yeah.
Interesting.
What is
Shakshuka.
shakshuka?
Oof.
It's
My
like
favorite.
tomato sauce with like an egg in it.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
No.
I love it.
That's
We
good.
really want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for.
Wait,
giving
I
us
didn't
the
get to
time.
do my.
You guys
you're
didn't
thanking
answer.
her, and you're like skipping over my overrated.
We like
food.
all Israeli snacks. Miraglia.
We-
We don't say anything bad.
That's true. Miragli.
Wait,
Can I just throw out
like
there?
Ben and
I
Jerry.
think anything falafel flavor has to go.
Mm-mm.
Falafel flavored
You're so
stuff.
wrong.
That's so
No.
good. I love
Overrated.
falafel.
Overrated.
Bisley falafel is the
John's
best
right,
flavor.
John's
No,
right.
no. First of all, the red Bisley is the best flavor. The pizza
The
one.
falafel
red
bits are awesome. They're
Bisley.
just too small for the fingers.
No.
The red Bisley is the pizza wheel. Give me a
Pizza
break. It
ones or
doesn't-
the yellow one. Not
Hickory
the yellow,
smoke.
the
Hickory
the
smoke.
orange one. The orange, the twisties.
Hickory
Brown.
smoke.
Oh, yeah. No, I like the hickory smoke.
Yeah, those are
think we have-
good. Those are good. But I'm saying anything that's
Barbecue.
falafel
Barbecue.
flavored.
Barbecue is
overrated.
good also. We got
John's
a
right.
podcast with other
Thank
I
you,
like the
Meir
retro
Simcha. He's
mix.
on my side. Mayor Simcha, we
Falafel
got a
is the
thing. We have a
best
connection
flavor.
going on here.
and
Thank you.
barbecue.
Onion
Thank
rings,
you.
but nobody will talk to you for a week.
Do you know what Meir Simcha's favorite Israeli snack is?
Sure, let's
That
hear
was
it.
that was the other option.
Sunflower seeds.
Oh, yeah,
Sunflower
that's-
seeds.
You should
that's
know.
good.
Wait, could I just finish on a story with
That's what
that?
you need, right?
I love sunflower seeds, and there's a store in on Avenue M in Brooklyn called Taste of Israel, and they have all Israeli stuff.
They're great.
And I used to buy the salty sunflower seeds. You know, like the good big ones, not like the bad one, the good Israeli ones. And I got addicted. So the whole floor of my car was covered in seeds because they didn't always fit in the bottle that I had in my cup holder for the seeds. And I had to stop. It was making me sick.
Wow.
It was making
I
me
had
sick.
I sunflowered my seeds to an addiction.
Did you guys ever have Israeli hot dogs?
Oh,
No.
There's something wrong with an Israeli.
You
hot
should do
dog.
a show tasting Israeli hot dogs.
Is that
I
a
used to
thing?
go to
Are Israeli
places
hot
purposely
dogs a
and say,
thing?
Can I have a kelef
Israeli hot
ham?
dogs are a big thing.
I
They're pink.
remember when I was in yeshiva, the hot dogs had like strings in them. It was weird.
No, or corn schnitzel. Corn schnitzel.
Of course.
Israeli hot dogs.
Oh my god.
You know what?
They were pink
All
when we were
good
in
things.
Israel.
Mayor Simcha, what is your favorite thing
That's
about
yes,
it?
that's Israeli hot dogs.
What?
Your favorite thing. Favorite thing about Israel, Mayor Simcha.
Everything.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Except for falafel taste.
Yes. My
So wait,
guy.
do you like a falafel though?
Yeah.
But I hear
Then
it.
I was gonna check
Falafel is
if
one
you
thing. The
were-
falafel flavor stuff is like.
Yeah, it's not the
Yeah.
same.
We really appreciate the time. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you so
us.
much.
Thank you,
Really,
guys.
you are the most articulate 12 and 3/9 quarters, whatever, person. And I really, really appreciate it. And continue to inspire us with your message. And stay safe, please.
Be safe.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Nava. Thank you, Meir Simcha.
Take care.
Thank you.
And before we get to Sarah and Yehoshua Auman, just want to remind everybody to like and subscribe our podcast. You can like and subscribe right here on YouTube if you're watching. Pointing below, Dave is pointing to exactly where you should be liking and subscribing. Hit that like button. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on YouTube, and wherever you get your podcast. Please follow us on Instagram. You can find us at Carpool Guys Pod and send us an email at carpoolguyspod@gmail.com.
If you do send it to Parkour, I don't know.
If you send it to Parkour Guys, it may not get to its intended recipients.
It's okay. Maybe they'll have something
okay.
fun to say also.
We're going to get to Sarah and Yehoshua now.
Okay, so for our second interviews of the day, I know that wasn't English.
Nope.
It's okay.
So we are now
I love
privileged
getting this
to.
behind the scene part of this.
Well, I've
Yeah.
never been put on the
You're-
spot.
you're never-
But
you're
you know
never
what?
gonna
You
wanna
know what
listen
the
to
problem
this
is
again.
right now. You're sure you should know this. Right now, I'm being punished because the last interview it took me a half an hour to say a word.
It's
so true.
It's
John, trying to be a teacher here, he's not even the teacher in our group. John, being the teacher in our group, feels the need to make me start.
Dave,
so
you
if
pulled
I'm
it.
quiet the rest of the time, then at least I started.
Dave,
I
you
know
pulled-
I know his thinking. Okay,
pulled
so
it.
and you know what? He's laughing because he knows I'm spot on.
Dave pulled a John during the Ellie Rosenberg interview.
So we are here now. We are interviewing several friends from Israel, and Yehoshua has been. I don't know if you've been a fan of us at all. Because I know that Yehoshua always texts us, and always tells us how the episodes were and little tidbits. And when we used to do a word of the day, was always the first person to tell us the word of the day of the episode. So it takes moving to Israel to be welcomed into actually being an interview on to the podcast. But we are excited to have you here. I mean, you guys moved to Israel, several months ago. And I know that you've already said that you regret not doing it even sooner.
How are you guys? Catch us up. How is living in Israel? How's your family? What's going on?
So we're entering, I think it's our 6th month here. And so far it's really been great. And whoever I speak to, I tell them how amazing it is, and it is. And it's not always going to be perfect. I think that we had a very easy transition we moved to Efrat. It's a very Anglo community. Our kids made friends immediately from literally the first day that we landed. Our 12-year-old was going to a bonfire and came back at almost 11 o'clock at night with his new friends that he made, which is very not West Hempstead-like.
No, we closed at 8. I mean...
That's called parenting in New York. In Efrat, that's normal. Do you want to pick up a little bit from there?
No, I mean they're doing really well in school. Chaim is trying to introduce hockey into Efrat, trying really hard, but we'll see how that goes. But they're doing really well in school. Made great friends.
I mean, school is challenging for sure. I think that if they didn't meet friends and, if they weren't comfortable socially, the academics would probably be more challenging for them. But I think that since they're with kids that they like, and it's like a little easier for them.
And they're not picking up Hebrew as fast as we would like it because of the fact that we did choose the easier landing point of Efrat. But
our younger two are doing great and speak Hebrew to each other. And
my 6-year-old was correcting my Hebrew a few days ago.
Does that unnerve you a little bit? That
no, I want him to.
No, we're so happy.
Not at all.
They definitely know more than we do.
And we can't even spell.
I was impressed for a second. I was impressed for a second on the Purim picture when I saw that they already all had the Israeli boots, but then I heard a little bit more about that.
Well,
what does that mean?
I'm definitely the ChatGPT queen, so when they were all wearing sneakers, I changed those all to Flintstones.
Oh my God!
Did you even actually move to Israel, or are you guys still in West Hempstead and you're just making ChatGPT pictures? Look at us! We're in Israel. It's amazing.
Yeah.
No, we actually did move here, and it is amazing now.
I mean, one of the things that we love about the neighborhood also is we're right across the street from Shirat David, Shlomo Katz's shul, and he's unbelievable. He hooked me hook, line, and sinker. I'm like a chassid of Israel already. I love it.
Incredible.
It's a great
so let me
community.
ask you guys. You've been there now. You said for half a year, about 6 months or so.
So I mean,
and,
do you want to go into the
No,
I'm
just wondering. You've been there for about half a year, and if it were me, I would feel like, okay, maybe I'm settling into a routine. Some things are a little easier than I thought. Some things are a little harder than I thought. And all of a sudden, boom, there's war with Iran. Your kids are starting to learn Hebrew. Maybe we're spreading the hockey gospel. And, oh, my God, there's war. And now everything is turned on its head. Walk us through a little bit. What's that like where you're saying, oh, okay, this is life now.
Right.
So going back onto your routine first, before we really get into the war and stuff like that. So things that are different, things that are easy, things that are harder. Before we start even going into the war, there are things that are definitely harder and not easy. Shopping is not the same foods and stuff like that your kids are used to having in America. Also, when you have picky eaters.
No, but even today we wanted to make a barbecue, and going to the supermarket on Sunday, there's no
fresh meat.
There's no fresh meat to get on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
So that's a whole.
So that's not
other...
war though. That's Israel.
No, that's not war. That's not war.
That's what I'm saying. Before we get into war,
but getting into the war aspect of it,
getting into a routine of not having the go-to Sunday morning food. It's everybody bought for Shabbos and now it's empty.
Correct.
Right.
That's a
So
good
there are a
point.
lot of things that were different like that in that sense. But then really war hit, and it went from, I mean, there was a lot of talk about it, and I
We
think
just wanted to get it over with. Like the threat and the threat and the threat, and like,
Right.
just come on, just do it already. Let's
Right. There
get
was
the
a
ball
long
rolling.
build-up. There was a very long.
there was a
build-up,
long
so,
build up, but
yeah.
also like I don't follow news like on purpose. Like everything is great, and
We
I don't
still
need to
haven't
know what's
found
happening on the
Nancy
news.
Guthrie, unfortunately.
And like
I'm just letting you
Yehoshua
know.
is checking the news every 5 seconds. So
That's me.
like I'm hearing from him that war is coming, even though like nothing that I'm seeing on TikTok is telling me that a war is coming. So
Did it say
So-
that Israel is responsible for all of the world's problems?
I mean,
probably,
but that's
probably.
always
But
that's
that's always.
that's the
Isn't that
baseline.
Chabad now? I think we've identified. Tucker Carlson has explained that it's actually Chabad. That's
It is
responsible for all
Chabad.
the
It is
problems.
Chabad.
Chabad.
I thought
I
that
mean,
was amazing. Somebody said
You know,
that they're like,
they have tanks roaming New York City. Chabad.
Obviously, yes. Chabad tanks.
Yeah,
But even to the point, like it was the week before we ended up getting our first siren on. It was a Shabbos morning.
the first siren of this war. Let's
this
go
war,
back.
this war, yes.
Even thankfully, when we first got here, we had some like stupid sirens that were like the Houthis, which everyone here in Israel like laughs at. So like at least our kids did have like
We
I was
knew what
at
it
shul.
was to go into the mamad.
I was in shul
and-
davening Marav with Chaim, and then all of a sudden everyone's phones started getting like the alert warnings of like dum dum, like there's something coming, and all of a sudden Chaim's like in the middle of Shemona Esrei, he's like I'm gone, and he ran home to go to our mamad.
Also,
like,
just
in the
remember,
middle.
everything here is like 4 steps away from each other. Nothing
like
is
we were living
far,
like less than a minute away walk from our, that's our shul's like
right there.
right there. So it wasn't like he was running to 5 minutes away or 10 minutes away. He was
we
literally going
call
right
that
home.
in America a humble brag. That's what we call it. Being
Oh,
4
yes.
steps
Yeah.
away from shul. I'm just saying.
I mean, this whole
mean-
whole experience is a humble brag.
That's fair. That's fair. So you kind of had a somewhat of an experience getting used to the sirens and going to the mamad.
Right. But then
Does
it's
this-
been months.
Does this feel different for you though?
Definitely. No,
very
this
different.
is very different. Also, it was getting close. I also have friends that their kids were being called back into Miluim, and it was, we were starting to feel a difference. And we had seminary girls for Shabbos when the Iran war broke out this time. And earlier that week, my friend had said, like, are you sure you want to have them? Like, they could get stuck by you. Like, what's going to happen? And I said, no, it's fine. Like, it is what it is. They thank God they were by us. It was basically first thing in the morning, and we got what we thought was a siren, but it was really just it was bringing us into like red alerts or
letting
I
us
don't
know
really
that
know
the
what it
status
is.
quo had changed, that be aware that something might happen, but we didn't really know what it was because none of us are really looking at our phones until people told us afterwards that Israel had attacked.
Well, America.
Well, both.
Both. But at that point, then it was really the whole afternoon was like in and out of the mamad. But we went out to lunch. We were in the mamad at their house. Like it was just, it wasn't that life stopped. We were continuing with the way that it was.
Do you guys have a normal day? We talked a little bit about routine and about how you have new routines after moving to Israel. I'm a big creature of habit. I like my coffee the same way. I wake up the same time. I have my routines. But it feels like, again, from this side, obviously we're not there. It feels like there isn't a routine normal day. Every day seems like it's completely different. That, for me at least, would kind of play havoc with being a parent, with working. What's it like balancing, okay, we have to be parents, we have to maintain some semblance of stability and structure, but also literally every day schedule-wise is going to be completely different.
Right. So it's not only about everyday schedule-wise, it's almost every minute because even this afternoon,
You can schedule something and then
right, like I was planning on going to the supermarket and then all of a sudden I got a pre-siren warning that we may get a siren. So then it was like, okay, I'm going to sit down for a minute because like, I don't want to be in the car when the siren goes off. I'd rather be here. Or like, we don't want to leave we want either one of us to be in the house, that if there's going to be a siren, there's an adult here with the kids. But even at this point, even our oldest says, like, it's okay. Like, I know how to get the kids into the mamad and close it. So, like, if I need to, then I can do that, which is also, like, I feel like it ages our kids, because this is just stuff that they deal with now on the regular. Like, our 4-year-old said to us when they were talking about it at school, she's like, and she said it in Hebrew, okay, I'm going to butcher it, but I'm going to try. She's like, Im yesh azaka, anachnu holchim lemamad. And, like, they just know, like, that's just the regular.
It's the routine and psyche that the kids just have to know. And it's a sad state of life that
Right.
it's one part of it, but it's.
Are your
That's what
kids
it
in
is.
regular school, or they're in Zoom school?
They're all.
Oh, no.
Right now, there's no
Right
school.
now, right. Even,
Right.
and it's not even like a regular schedule. It's like one of them had something at 10, someone else had something at 12. It's not like we're saying, okay, everyone's signing on at 9 a.m. and everyone has a class.
So it's a little bit mishkababa.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
totally up in the air. And it's like, do they really want to go on? I'm not going to understand. I don't want to be there. So it's more like, if they're in school, like, okay, they have to be in class. Here it's like, I can choose not to because we're home.
Right.
So it's a little.
No, but our oldest, his Rebbe sent out an entire assignment for him in English, like, of what they learned.
That's nice.
He sent a whole, like, presentation of what he did in Hebrew, translated to English, and then questions for him in English. So, like, that's really nice.
No,
Yeah.
he happens to have a very, very good mechanech this year.
So I don't mean to break news to Sarah, because she doesn't follow the news, but they assassinated Khomeini on the very first day of the war. I don't know if that's surprising to you or anything.
Thank you so much for telling me. Wow, you didn't even mention that.
Ashley's making a joke. But more importantly,
TikTok
if you take
filter
rice
But I
water, I saw this on TikTok though. If you take rice water and rub it on your hair, it makes it straighter and glow.
Is that what you do?
No, Leia tried it. My Leia tried it.
I am curious, Yehoshua, what was that like, hearing that in news? Like, I know what it was like in America. It was like, what? Is that real? What was that like in Israel? Were people talking about it?
I mean,
Like,
people were very thrilled, but I mean, as you see, it hasn't really changed
Right.
much. The rockets are still flying. Things are going, obviously, Baruch Hashem, at a much slower pace.
Yes.
We haven't really had that many. And even, like, the missile warnings that we get, like, they don't know where they're going. So it's just like everyone in the entire country gets like a warning saying missiles were fired. And then once it gets closer, the communities that could be affected get the actual air siren telling you that you're, to go in. So
What's that like, that experience in the middle of the night? Like, how
So,
has your sleep been?
So sleeping has definitely been affected, because just like that annoyance of like the warning, like, okay, it wakes you up, but then am I going to get it or not?
Sleep.
Like, you don't know. So I've actually, a few times when we didn't get it, I ran outside over here and watched. I watched them getting knocked down, like going from like Tel Aviv or Yerushalayim, because we're south
You
of
actually
Yerushalayim.
could see it from where you are.
I could see
the-
I've gone outside
intercepted.
and seen things getting knocked down, which are intercepted. It's really, really cool.
Could you play us through the situation? What's it like when they hear the alert, especially being fresh Olim in Israel? They hear an active alert, not just the warning that status quo has changed. What's it like for them? How are they handling? Are you dealing more with the
So, it
psyche
depends
of
on
the
the time
child
of
at this
day.
point? Because you've only been there for 6 months. You haven't.
Yeah, so it really depends on the time of day of when it happens. Like if it's in the middle of the day, the kids know, they hear the sound of the air of the siren here. They automatically go to the room. So it's not like having to, scoop kids up and take them. The middle of the night is more fun, especially because we have multiple floors here, so I have to like run downstairs and get Chaim to come upstairs. Most of the time he's already like at least standing up because he hears the siren himself, but not necessarily the case.
We'll play you how it is in our house. We have the mamad, or the safe room, is our youngest's room, so she sleeps there always. And then 2 of our other kids are on that floor also. So it's bringing them into the room, and then our oldest is downstairs. So it's bringing him up. And then if it's in the middle of the night, a lot of times they'll fall back asleep in the room. Like sometimes they're just like, we're like sleepwalking them into the mamad. And if they can fall back asleep and then we're able to leave, then we'll just leave them there. So if there's another siren, then they're already in the mamad. But they don't really hear the pre-warnings. Like we only hear them on our phone. So it's in our room. That's not waking them up. That's really just waking us up. The way that it interrupts your sleep is kind of like when you have a newborn. That's like the kind of thing that we've been like relating it to. Like it like jolts you out of bed. And then it's like, do you fall back asleep? Is it worth it to just like wait and see if we're going to have a siren? Because at the beginning, we were thinking, okay, maybe that's the time that we like go get our kids and go into the safe room. But then what if we don't get a siren? So then we're waking our kids for nothing.
But in
then,
this case, Yehoshua can't like roll over.
That's what I was going to say. So that means that Yehoshua looks at you and goes, Sarah, you deal with it.
Oh, no. I was always really good with the kids when they were in the middle of the night.
Me too. When I was up, baby crying.
Yeah. We tell the truth on this podcast, Yehoshua.
Yeah.
All husbands don't do anything. Except for John.
Disagree on that one.
I think Yehoshua is in my camp of.
And we almost had Ari Schlesselberg also does a
He's
lot.
awesome.
Yeah.
We had them for
He's
Shabbos a few weeks
dad.
ago. They're awesome.
Yeah.
but they are.
There are those. I mean, I guess amongst us, I mean,
No,
2 out of 3
really
of
the
us
best
don't do
with
much.
that.
You guys have really an amazing energy, an incredible outlook, and just like this kind of go with the flow, fun mentality. I'm sure there's been, amidst the sea of the jolt, wake up in the middle of the night, I'm sure there's been a couple funny moments of, kids doing something happening, somebody saying something. Is there something that you remember of like one of your kids just saying something funny or something happening in the middle of the night where like, it's so surreal that you kind of have to laugh about it?
When one of my kids, after Purim, because they were off for Purim anyway, so it wasn't like, yes, we didn't have school, but they didn't have school because it was Purim or Shushan Purim. So then my youngest son said like, oh, do we have school tomorrow? I'm like, no, we don't have school. Like, it's a milchama. Like, we can't go to school on war. And he's like, yes, I'm so excited. Like, he was excited that he's not going to school, but like, we're in the middle of the war, but like, okay, I get it. Like, you don't want to go to school. Like,
Kids are kids.
right, kids are kids.
You get out of it.
But I don't know. It's kind of just been, I feel like it's been very, not normal. There's nothing normal about this, but it's just, again, like
becoming routine.
Right.
Right. It's so interesting because here, whenever we see like on Twitter, you see the alerts go by and you hear about it and you hear in all the family WhatsApp groups, or there's a siren, there's whatever. For us, it's so jarring. I think part of it's because we're not there to see or to feel any of the routine. Here, it's just, it seems like it's always crazy, but it's interesting to hear from you guys that this almost becomes part of the routine.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, we're not sitting in the mamad all day. I'm not trying to make it seem that it's great. And I'm sure there are places that are getting rockets way more than we are, and they're spending a lot more time in their safe rooms than we are. But you're in there for 10, 20 minutes, and then you go on with your day.
Like we put snacks in our in the mamad, like,
And
just in case, and drinks. And then my kid's like, "Oh, we're here. Let's have snacks." I'm like, "No, we're going out in 10 minutes. It's not like if we end up having to be stuck here for a few hours and stuff. Like we have water and snack, but thankfully we haven't had that. The longest we've been there is like 20 minutes." Wow. So
and some mamads are like communal ones, right? I mean, I know that some of the older.
So those are like miklots. Those are like public things, but like
That's
we
more
have
like an
one in our
apartment building.
house.
Yeah, like an apartment building, right? So in those situations, I wonder, like, I would think that there's certain off-limit snacks and foods. Like they're not bringing tuna fish into that room.
I mean, they're also. I saw like a picture of like first time you're meeting your neighbors in like Tel Aviv and like showing up in your towel into the miklot because
there's videos of that. Are they true?
Yeah, they made an app saying like it's like a website saying should I take a shower now based on like the probability, how long your shower takes, and if they're going to shoot off rockets, and if you'll have to run out in the meantime,
Right.
It's kind of like when I need to go to the bathroom and I say to my wife, I need to go to the bathroom. She's like, yeah, but don't take 45 minutes. And it's like, it's the same idea.
Right.
I need an app for that also.
Asher, it's just like that. It's
is
the same thing. Totally the same thing.
Okay, we're not putting any of this in the pod anyway.
That's going in the pod.
No, it is not going in the pod.
That's actually the snippet for the
Yeah.
for the pod. Welcome to your preview, Asher.
So, Yehoshua, as a longtime listener, we are curious. We're putting you on the spot. Besides for this episode, of course, has there been a favorite episode thus far?
Am I sticking to just the Carpool Guys, or am I
Yeah,
sticking
please,
to...
because some of us
I'm
were
sure it gets
just
a complex
some
when
of
we
us
talk
were
about,
just guest stars on that, but
I mean,
whatever.
the ones that you were guest stars were actually some of the more memorable ones of the...
Thank you.
I've listened to all of them.
You have, and you always text us afterwards. I think you're probably one of the first people who listen because John uploads it.
Uploads it in the morning, and I'm sitting and
morning.
working, and that's usually like the hour that it's like dead time of me like doing research and making just like writing emails for work. So I just like listen to it right then and there because I see
Love it. I love it.
Yeah. So I don't know.
And of course, Sarah sees all of our TikTok posts and says, "Oh, that's funny." There's Doretsky being a fool again. Amazing.
No, it's usually, there he is being the middle child again.
You know, somebody
you
just
bring it up
texted me
almost
this
every
week.
episode, Asher.
Somebody texted me this week that because in America people are having less and less children, the middle children.
There's no middle child anymore, and that's the most middle child thing.
They're going. Yes.
That's the
A
most
lot of
middle
people
child
send
thing
this
to say.
It's very
Wow.
hurtful. It hurts.
Don't worry, one day there'll be a movie like Jurassic Park where they bring back all the middle children on one island. It's going to be great.
It could be like a velociraptor.
It'll
It's
be
amazing.
just like passive-aggressive velociraptors.
I'll be that velociraptor
Okay, so we're gonna
in
finish.
the kitchen, jumping on the table. Pay attention to me.
Dave, what do you got?
Question of the week.
All right, let's do it.
Week.
So we're going to stick to the same question as last time. Here's the question. Israel is known for many delicious snacks and go-to treats, especially a lot that we want brought back to America. What, in your opinion, is the most overrated Israeli snack?
Overrated snack.
Not in a Miraglim way, God forbid that we're speaking negative.
Oh no! I got you.
I already praised it. Listen.
I mean, you have like the ones that are like overrated, like Bisley is like okay, like that's just like
We have that in New York.
that's
Also.
like
But
thing,
which
like
Bisley?
Which Bisley?
Don't
is the
say it.
most- yeah.
Don't say it. We had an argument about this before.
I
We
say the
disagree with
barbecue
we
twist.
disagree with-
Whoa! Barbecue twist. He threw you under the bus, John.
Yeah.
Because
Where-
we know that the falafel bits are amongst the best.
They are the best.
So here they actually I haven't seen those here. The
Because
falafel bits
everybody
and, like,
buys
the
them
onion
because they're
rings.
the best.
Here it's more just like the what's it called like the barbecue circles and like the and the barbecue twists.
Can we talk about one thing serious though? The pizza wheel is not tastes like pizza, or it's not a
Pizza
wheel.
wheel's very
either.
Americanized.
It's
Yeah.
not a
It's
wheel
very-
or tastes like pizza. It's a very strange thing.
Okay.
But
Pizza
one,
wheels are
one
super-
of the
What's
snacks
your-
that
what's yours?
one of the snacks that I happen to really like that I have here that is not available in America anymore is they have like bugles.
Oh, that's
Bugles are not
Bugles and
kosher in
salad. I got
America
that.
anymore.
I brought back when I went on that mission. I brought back a few bags.
Shoshi. We're making
Bugles are
Aliyah
really good.
tomorrow. They have bugles.
My pick were those like pretzels that have the sesame seeds on it
That's
that
very
nobody
true.
buys in
Oh,
Chipotle.
No,
Gross.
ew. Yeah.
Why are they are
sell them
so
still?
weird? Why do they have to be a circle and then have like a little tail also? Like they're really
No.
weird looking.
I wouldn't say snack. I don't know which snack, but the chocolate miku pellet. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Avi's favorite, the one
It's
that
like
shreds.
shredded.
No, yeah,
That's
I don't
not
like
my
it.
I don't like
favorite.
the
Oh.
I'm sorry, Abby.
It's like too airy and like I want like a bite of.
No,
chocolate.
you. But the reason is I actually
You
I
put
mean,
it in like a
she
hot
loves
chocolate.
it.
Hot
You
milk
make
or-
the hot cocoa out of that.
Yeah.
yeah, gross.
That's what you're really supposed to do. Make hot cocoa out of that, and then you'll take that back.
What is this you're talking Israeli shredded chocolate?
Yeah,
No, it's like miku
Yeah.
pellet. It's like
I think
it's
I have in
not
my-
like
in my
a
cabinet.
bar of chocolate.
Hold on.
It's like airy and like.
Oh, he's
yeah.
getting one.
Chaim's
Wait,
trying
where
to
do you
get
guys
one.
fall out? Where do you fall on like the Crembo debate? Are we
Oh.
pro Crembos or?
Oh, I haven't had.
I
since
happen
we've
to
been here.
really like them, and my younger two love them.
Oh, those are
Oh,
weird
it's the
looking.
Pellet.
Yeah,
Dave ran
why-
to find
that's
one. You had
so
it on your
strange.
Or
phone.
I'll play shake. Don't open
I'm
it.
not going to eat it.
Oh wow. I'm looking at a picture of it. It is mad weird. I know,
it's like airy and like weird.
What is that? That looks like a tree.
Yeah, it looks
Oh
like
yeah, that's it. My vultures got the last ones. No, you
What
put
is
that.
what does it taste like though?
It's chocolate.
It's chocolate. I just don't like the consistency of it.
Yeah.
Put it in hot cocoa. Warm
You
up
need to
milk.
put it in hot cocoa. It's already hot cocoa.
No.
So
You
so
warm
why
up
do you
milk and put that in and mix it in. It's
How do you? Here's the thing with warming up milk. How do you know when it's warm and then when you're spoiling it? Like, where is that? Like,
You don't
line?
spoil it by boiling it.
boil.
I mean, it could like.
Curdle.
And then
I mean,
it
if
could turn
you
into
leave it
could
for a
No, it
curdle.
might get like the top layer and you just peel that off.
I want you to know, Sarah, you missed out this year. Now that we
he's
have the
gonna
free
give me
lunch.
some hate things that I miss
Hank,
out from Hank.
we get
Let's
free
hear.
lunch. So there was a time where I got some milk from the teacher's room, and I poured some for myself, and it was just clear liquid that had surfaced to the top.
Oh.
It was. I didn't drink milk for another 3 weeks after that. It was
That's
disgusting.
bad.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
That is, as they say in Efrat, no bueno.
No bueno.
Well, we get bags of milk here. No, I'm
No,
joking.
we
We,
don't.
we
do
still buy
miss
the
you.
cartons.
We do miss you very much. We know that you're doing good things there, but our math department, it's just not the same without you.
I'm loving retired life here.
I'm not sure if Yehoshua is loving retired life so much.
I mean, somebody does have to watch the kids while I'm working American hours
true.
in
That's
Israel.
fair.
So
That's a fair point.
Yeah, he kind of like falls off the grid from 2 p.m. on.
Yeah, but how come? This is something I don't understand. My family chat, everybody seems to be going on a hike every day. Does
So we
nobody?
love it.
Yeah, that
Does no one work in Israel ever?
well, a lot of people have American
American,
hours.
right.
So like I'm free. I get to go to Minyan at 8. I go to Shir 4 days a week after davening.
and then we'll go
And then we
hiking
do whatever
or-
we need to do until at 2:00, and then I
go
start
work.
working
Until when?
2 to midnight. That's annoying but I'm working Monday through Thursday, so it just
He doesn't
take
have
a
Sundays
nap?
and he
Do you
doesn't
so I
take
don't
a
have
nap
Sunday or
afterwards?
Friday. So I try to get as close to 40 hours a week as I can.
What about a nap? Do you get a nap in before you work?
I mean, sometimes if I'm exhausted, I'll take a nap before, but I start work at 2. I mean, I'm not
And
taking
Sarah,
a
when
nap
he's
when we
taking
work.
a nap, do you get upset at him? Because my wife.
No,
does
he
not
really
like-
he said that, but he never takes a nap. I don't
passed
know.
out on the couch.
Okay, like not often.
I mean,
Like, he's,
we're above the age of that. Like
My wife does
nap.
not like when I take naps. She's like,
no, but also
Listen.
my kids aren't home.
They're all
The
in
2
school.
younger ones are in school until 4, and Chaim and Shmuel come. They come home early sometimes, but then it's me driving carpools for hours. That's what moving to Israel is. You drive carpools.
so you're
mean, the
on
kids-
the Carpool Guys podcast for that
Exactly.
very reason.
Exactly.
We are now,
Carpool-
you know that scene in Air Force One? Carpool Guys is changing its call sign. We are now Carpool Guys and Gals.
Yes, that's what it is.
That's good. Good deep reference. Guys, you've been so kind with your time, and I know things are a little bit hectic, and we were all kind of weary of, what if there's a siren in the middle of the pod? What
I
do
know.
we
I
do?
was
said
kind of
something
hoping for
terrible,
you guys that you were
John.
going to get one.
I was
What?
not God forbid a million.
No, you
Shalom.
were.
I'm gonna
You
get
were.
that
I was
one.
on the phone with someone else last week,
I
and
was
they were
hoping
like,
for one.
waiting.
I was hoping for one that got intercepted.
Yeah, but
and-
sometimes you're like in the middle of an awkward
So-
conversation. You're like, could there?
Well, one of
be-
my kids earlier today we got the warning, and he was like waiting, like, oh, where is it? And I'm like, oh, no, Tel Aviv got it. He's like, yes, and I'm like, that means Tel Aviv got it. Like
It's not a
calm down,
sports
it's still
team.
a
It's not like
rocket.
the
It's still
Dodgers
missiles.
are getting bombed.
I wanted to see. I actually had my phone ready. I wanted to see how fast Yehoshua was going to pop up and leave. I wanted to
So,
see
I mean,
your, like.
we could
No,
It
test
wouldn't be
get
because
a-
it'd be a warning first.
Right.
I mean, I'd love
We
for you
could
to
have
hear
brought
the.
you into the mamad with us.
Guys, thank you so much for coming on today and making time.
Thank you
This
for
is really,
having us.
really awesome. And continue to stay safe and be in touch.
We can't wait to greet you guys when you make Aliyah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much, guys.
This is
Stay safe.
John probably. I think the whole podcast is basically to get John to move to Israel at this point.
Asher, you too. Why?
Next episode.
He's ready.
I'm ready.
This is me talking myself into it. The entire Carpool Guys podcast is me trying to talk myself into.
I'm ready. I took all of the
Thank you,
anxiety
Miguel, yeah.
medication that I have in my
There we go.
closet. I'm ready.
There we go. All right.
Guys, thank you so much for your generosity and your time.
Thank
Stay
you.
safe, and regards to the kids.
All right, take care.
So thank God, that was such a great episode. I'm really appreciative. I at least feel like not like our previous episode where my mouth was on fire. How did you guys recuperate after that? I know, Dave, you had an illness.
Well, I told you guys this story. It's a funny story.
It's a funny story.
So I've been sick for probably around a month and change already. Finally, a week and a half ago, I got the pneumonia diagnosis. So, but one thing that was funny was I randomly one day did not have taste.
Was it the day that we recorded?
No, it was not. And Simi, my son, said to me, he's like, Daddy, if you don't have taste and you don't have smell, I think you should try a spoonful of scorpion.
Oh,
A spoonful.
And I'm like, why not?
Oh my God. Did you really do it?
I poured a spoon
Oh, that was
full of scorpion
Oh God.
and I put it in my mouth.
Oh.
And it was hot. Okay, I was burning.
Shocking.
I don't ever want to go near that.
The amazing
stuff
thing
ever
was my smell was off, my taste was off, but the heat of the scorpion sauce was real. And it went through everything. And I think that might have cleared me up. And John, you're also, somebody complained to you, right, about, not complained, but mentioned the 613 sauce to you.
Yeah, I heard that that Malach HaMaves sauce is incredibly hot and spicy. So I think something went wrong somewhere in the process of the transport of the sauce, of the packaging of the sauce, because I have heard from reliable sources that the 613 sauce is incredibly hot.
Whereas in Brooklyn, we say reliable sauces.
Well, if you haven't watched our Hot Ones Purim Carpool Guys special, go to YouTube, look up Carpool Guys. You will find it. It was a lot of fun to make, and I've heard from a lot of people, a lot of fun to watch. It was not quite as fun to recover from the next day, for me at least. But
It had an effect?
hopefully you guys will laugh a little bit.
It was brutal. I mean, I'm happy that we did it, but it was not comfortable. All right, gentlemen, it was such a pleasure today. Thank
Yeah.
you
See you
so
next
much.
time.
Oh, man. Feel better, Dave. Refuah Shalema. Dave from Flatbush. All right, Asha, you want to start like...
Okay.